So we go to social inequality. When we talk about social inequality, it's this is inequality between groups in the stratification system. We already talked about stratification, the social differences within the society.
Yeah.
So social differences bring about inequality. Together. So for inequality, it could be based on wealth or income. So that's what we want to need to discuss. And when we talk about wealth, we're talking about the ownership of financial savings and other things that can be bought and sold to generate income. So whatever you can buy or sell to generate income is wealth, like land, property. Those that are less privileged would go into crime to find a way of surviving. So that increases the crime rate in the country. Yes or no?
Yes.
So lack of opportunity for social difficult for you to move the social ladder from the working class to the middle class. It's difficult. So that is the problems about inequality in societies. So therefore, when we look about these problems, it means if there's equality in society, it is the benefit of everybody. There will not be crime, education level will be high, people will not be imprisoned, and there won't be violence everywhere, and people can move from one social class to another. Do you get it? So that's about that. So then we go into the features. I think I talked about that.
Measures.
No, so I think I'm going to stop here because we've talked about the effects of inequality in the society. So I'm going to stop here. So the next one we're going to talk about are the welfare state itself. Yes. The welfare states. So we go to welfare states and other government measures to reduce inequality. So here, governments do not see inequality in itself as a problem, as they believe in meritocracy. So for government, and most of the people, we think inequality, it's normal because we are meritocracies. We think about meritocracy. And what is meritocracy? It means the belief that whatever individuals achieve is based on their ability and their level of attainment. That is what meritocracy is about. So meritocracy is a society in which individuals achieve the level that their talents and abilities deserve. So because this is where your abilities reach, this is what you can do in terms of your talent. That is what you can earn. So whatever you earn is based on your talents. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if we think about inequality, if we think about having inequality in the society, then we have to think about those who have talents. Maybe they are making more money because they have talents. Maybe they are earning more. Maybe they have so much wealth because of their talent, because of their ability. So that is the point.
Yes.
But we should also accept that there shouldn't be poor people in the society. We shouldn't be living in affluence and others are not be able to do that. So the gap should not be so extreme.
Yes.
So that is the point. So that brings about the welfare states. Do you understand? So, however, it is acceptable that inequality shouldn't be extreme and that governments have the duty to ensure that the living standards of the poorest are not too low. So the living standards of the poorest must not be too low to the extent that they cannot even feed.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. So the modern industrial states are to some extent all welfare states because they take some responsibility for security and well-being of all citizens. So in as much as your state or your country takes care of your security and the well-being,
yes,
to some extent, they are all welfare states.
Yeah.
Do you get the point? So what were the reasons why we have the introduction of welfare states? There are two reasons for introduction of welfare states. There are moral reasons and political reasons. So we start with the moral reasons. For the moral reasons, it is believed that it is seen as wrong to let others live in poor conditions and on low incomes while others prosper. So it is wrong to see people living in a very beautiful environment, living in a very, luxurious lifestyle, living a luxurious lifestyle, and there are some people wallowing in abject poverty. It is not seen as good. Even religion religion goes against that. So that's why we have charities to try to take care of the vulnerable, the vulnerables.
Yes.
Do you understand? So the moral reason of having there's a moral reason for having a welfare state, because it is seen as it is wrong for people to live to be wallowing in abject poverty. That's the first point. And the other one is political. For political, welfare, here I wrote, welfare has been seen as a tool to prevent the unity of the working class, to fight against an unjust system, which creates such inequality and injustice. So, politics, who gets what and when and how? They believe that when there is welfare within the society, welfare is taking care of the welfare of the people. If there is welfare within the society, the working class that are worst off would not think about revolution. They won't think about fighting because they can, at least government is giving them something.
Yes.
So the inequality and injustice of the capitalist society would not be taken care of, would not be talked about, because one way or the other, they are enjoying what the capitalists are giving to them without working for it. Do you understand? So that is political. And another reason about politics, which creates a welfare state, is that politicians and governments, when they want to come to power, they give different benefits to some people. And those groups that they give to support them and give them their votes.
Yes.
So these are the reasons why politics, welfare states are created, for moral reason, which means it is wrong to see people wallowing in poverty, and political reason, to gain support and votes, and to stop or to prevent the working class from revolution or fighting against the injustice of the capitalists. That is the point. So for functionalists, they argue that welfare is necessary to maintain the state value. So without welfare benefit, the state will be dysfunctional.
Okay.
That is for functionalists. I think the point is clear.
Yes.
So welfare states try to achieve the distribution of wealth and power. They do this by taxing the wealthy and the high income earners. So the welfare state is created. They are creating it to redistribute income and wealth. So how do they go about it? They go about it by taxing the high income earners and the most wealthy people in the society. As soon as they get the revenue from them, they put it back to those who are less privileged.
Progressive place.
Do you understand? Any question about that? So the next thing we have to talk about is the criticism against welfare state. Note, for the functionalists, they believe welfare makes the society to be functional.
Okay.
But you should understand that the next thing we have to talk about is going to be the criticism about welfare state. And that is when Marxists will talk about the problem of welfare.
Yeah.
Is it clear? So we're going to talk about that after now. So we'll go to the criticisms against welfare states. So the first one is that it creates here they said it creates a culture, a dependency culture. And when we talk about a dependency culture, we're talking about a culture where people feel they don't need to look after themselves because the government is taking care of their welfare. Yeah. So because they get social wealth benefits from government, so it makes them not to be responsible anymore. So they don't, that's what we call culture or dependency culture. So they feel they don't have to look after themselves anymore. Government is doing that for them. So that's the first criticism about welfare state. The second one, welfare payments have become too generous as it discourages the unemployed people from looking for jobs. So because government is there to take care of unemployment benefits, so it makes you to feel reluctant to look for a job, which is not good for the society. Yeah, that's the second one. The third one, welfare system is expensive because it provides more for more people when it should support only those who are most in need. Since government is taking care of these people, it increases the number of, it will always increase